and welcome to our next lecture on learning Autodesk Inventor. From the previous lectures we have learned how to use constraints. We have learned also how to use the pattern panel. In this lecture we're going to create a simple drawing and we're going to get to know how to use the modify panel. Okay, let's get started. Create a new file, standard.ipt, click create. And here we are. Now we will start a new sketch, XY plane, and just like usually the center point, we will make it visible. Alright. Now let's just make a simple drawing. We are gonna go to make a circle. Let's make it 50 millimeters in diameter. Right click, OK. We're gonna have to constrain it. Use the vertical constraint to constrain it with the center of the point. Now use the vertical constraint. Alright, click OK. Now we're gonna make another circle here. We're gonna make it a little bit smaller. Let's make it 10. Right click and OK. Now as you can see, this is not constrained. So let's use the dimension tool, select the origin point and the center of the smaller circle. Let's select that and we'll just hit enter. We will leave it as it is unless you want to change it. Let's say you want to make it 8. Okay. Now one more time. And now we are going to give a dimension in the horizontal direction. Let's make it 30. Okay, now it is also constrained. Now what we are going to do is we are going to give it a little curve from here to here, just like a fillet. We are going to use the circle option here. We have to make it a little bit bigger. And right click, hit OK. Go and click the tangent constraint. Hit the bigger circle. I'm going to drop the circle like this so we don't have the opposite direction. Right click on the circle and here we have this nice curve. Right click and OK. Now we have to give it a radius. Let's say we want it to be 50 in diameter, and now it's done. Okay, I want this outer part to be removed, so I'm going to use this trim tool here and just go ahead and select it. Now it's gone. Let's make another curve here, an inner curve. Let's go ahead one more time. Circle. Let's make here a circle. Right click OK. The tangent constraint and select these two. OK, right click and OK. As you can see, you have to make it a little more bigger. I will make it even bigger and OK, just like that. Give it a dimension. Let's make it 60. And once again the trim tool and delete it. Okay. Now these dimensions might confuse you, but you can totally ignore them because when you go to the 3D modeling menu, when you start to modeling it, they will all disappear. You won't show them. Okay, now I want to make 2 more circles here. One for this and one for this. Right click OK. Give it some dimensions here. Just some random dimensions here too. Okay, right click. Now, so we already have learned how to use this trim option. Now we're going to learn the other options. This is to move a part, but since we have it constrained you will be unable to do that. So we will just create here another part, and just to show you how to do that, let's click here move. First you have to select your object and you select your base point from which you want to move it. You can make it anywhere you want, just like this. Okay, and now you can see I am be able to move it. Okay, so let's leave it just right here, and you click done. Now, what if I want to copy a drawing? For example, I want 2 of these. Okay, just go ahead, click here copy, and now you have to select your object. Since I want all of this to be copied, I have to select all of them, just like that, and this too. Now you select the base point. I want it to be somewhere in the middle, and zoom out a little bit, and if I click here, there will be another copy. As many times as you click, you will get as much copies, just like this. Okay, right click and continue, and here you have your copies. But I don't want to show them. Click here done and Control Y to go back. Okay. Now let's say I want to rotate an object. One more time, I cannot do anything to it because it's perfectly constrained. I have to create another new object because a circle, wherever you rotate it, it's gonna look the same. I'm gonna make it here just a rectangle so you can visually see what's going on here. Let's click here, rotate, select your object, and select your point which you're gonna rotate it. You can choose the edge, you can choose the midpoint, you can choose wherever you want. Just select it, and now you can remove it, rotate it freely. Okay, let's leave it just like this. Okay, click done, and we are done. Now, one more time, the trim option, we have used it, and now let's use the extend option. Let's just see what it does here. Okay, let's click here, and as you can see, if I click here, it will continue to make a sphere. Just undo that, Control Y, and that's just why you need it, why you use it. Let's make another line here, or anything we want, and click extend, and it will extend it. That's all it does. Okay, let's delete it. Now if we want to use the split tool, let's click here, split, and what do you want to split? If we want to split these 2 contacts here, just click and it will split them. Right click and OK, and it has created a split between these 2 curves. Alright, now let's create another split here, and OK. Scale, select your object, select your scale factor, and with the left click and done. Okay, that's how it works. Now we're going to use stretch mode. Click here, select your object, and select your stretch point. Okay, and now as you can see, you can stretch it. Alright, we are done here. And the last one is the offset mode. The offset mode is pretty much the same like the scale mode, it just does an offset. Just let me show you here. but it keeps the original object. It just make another bigger one. For example, like this. Or if we use it here in this case, okay, let's escape that for a second. Let's hold, okay, just like that. And that's pretty much it about the modify panel. And just delete these. And okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save this sketch. First I have to finish it. And let's save it here. File, save as, and save this as sketch number 1. Okay, now save it. And we are done. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next lectures. Goodbye.